The final item of business today is a member's business debate on motion number 5602 in the name of Murdo Fraser on endangered species and wildland conservation.
Now, it's not just animal species that are being threatened, Presiding Officer. Wildland is disappearing, and disappearing fast. According to Scottish National Heritage, between 2002 and 2009, the amount of land free from visual interference or built development in Scotland declined from 41% to 28%. If we had up-to-date statistics, I'm sure the situation would have deteriorated further. These are worrying statistics, and action must be taken to reverse the trend. In a recent BBC article based on forthcoming research from Macron, our landscape was chosen as the most important aspect of our culture, ahead of both music and the arts. A 2008 SNH study found that 91% of Scottish residents felt that wild places were important. And a recent public perception survey of wilderness in Scotland found that 60% of respondents believed that wild areas were under threat. Now, there is a substantial financial case to be made for protecting wild land. Nature-based tourism contributes £1.4 billion to the economy, and tourist spending on nature-based activities is worth 40% of all tourist spending. And a simple click on the Visit Scotland website shows headlines highlighting Scotland's scenery. So what can be done to save wild places in Scotland? The John Muir Trust is calling for a specific wild land designation. This is an approach that certainly should be looked at, but I do think we should need to have some caution in implementing such a strategy. After all, what is wild land? Wild land is often a managed asset. When we look at the rolling heather-clad hills that we have in Scotland, that is actually a carefully managed landscape. It supports jobs in the form of stalking and grouse shooting. So any designation must ensure the sustainability of this important rural industry. One area where the Scottish Government could practice greater responsibility is in its approach to planning. Pylons, phone masts, wind turbines and bulldozed hill tracks are an all too often sight on what people would see as wild land. Now, I don't want in this debate to go into the detail of concerns over the cost, viability and effectiveness of wind turbines. But what is clear is that if we are to have renewable energy projects, we have to be very careful where we site them. Scotland is home to 10% of the world's blanket bog resource. Peat bogs are a natural carbon sink, helping absorb harmful carbon gases. Due to its national and international significance, surely peat bogs should be exempt from turbine development. SNH have estimated that 39,000 jobs are reliant on nature-based tourism. That's an awful lot more than the 11,000 estimated to be employed in renewable energy. Presiding Officer, I think we should be concerned about further losses to wildland because of the impact of those living and working in the Highlands, particularly in tourism. Can I just conclude by saying that in the year of Natural Scotland 2013, saving endangered beautiful wild land and endangered species should be a priority. And I would urge the Scottish Government not only to get behind wildlife charities, but also to put in place measures to save wildland before it's too late. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now, Colin Mike.